Hey guys, so I thought I'd talk about cost of living because it seems like a lot of y'all are kind of, I don't want to say screwed, but yeah. So basically, a lot of people talking about how hard cost of living is. I feel like there are a lot of things you can do to be savvy. For instance, with foods, I'm trying out this new it's called Funky Foods, but it's like supposed to be your ugly or your not perfect fruits and vegetables at a discounted price. So I'm getting them delivered to my house. We'll see how that goes tomorrow, but they uh, that is allegedly saving me $30. Now, in terms of other foods, you can also buy lentils and stuff like that dried for a significantly a cheaper price than normal lentils in a can or whatnot, and they're very nutrient dense. Potatoes as well, great for you. So there's heaps of stuff that you can buy that is healthy and will get you satiated. Now, in terms of other foods, things like chocolate and all that, I kind of feel like that's not that healthy for you anyway. So it's kind of a blessing in disguise. But if you do have that chocolate craving, why not get some bananas and maybe some cocoa powder, and you can mix them together and have a faux chocolate ice cream. Little things like that will be healthier and also cheaper to do than buying a massive chocolate block, because if you think about it, cocoa powder is like a couple of dollars and you only need a little bit and it'll get you a long way. So the other thing that I think that a lot of people are talking about is clothing. Now, they're talking about how they can only buy like plain clothes like what I'm wearing right now instead of funky clothes. But with funky clothes, it's kind of, I don't know. I feel like that sometimes you get better discounts and options at markets or op shops or even on Facebook Marketplace, and it's significantly cheaper than buying it brand new. So I think that you can still touch up your fashion sense and have that little itch scratched if you were to say go to these marketplaces and op shops and everything else, even trade with friends. You've got that option too. Now, the other thing that I thought that I would bring up is maybe cost of living in terms of rentals. Now, rental prices have skyrocketed, and I also think that I guess you could say that like rentals, even student housing and all that has gone crazy. So I've seen shared houses for $400 a room. Think about that, $400 a room per week. But you can also do things like if you were to rent with friends, like get a group of friends together for a couple of bedrooms, and you guys control the rent. What a lot of these shared housing places are doing is they're actually bumping up the rent for these rooms because the rent is not equal to what the actual house is. Like, what shared house has allegedly got 6 bedrooms at $400 a week each? Think about that. That's 6 times 4. That's a lot of money coming in a week, and I do not see any rentals out at that amount. So think about that, like moving with friends, moving with family. I mean, this situation will get better. It always does. We saw that with the Great Depression. A lot of people comparing this to the Great Depression, but I think that they had it a lot worse than what we have it. So I think that just being frugal and being a little bit savvy, supporting markets, supporting like small businesses and all that, that may actually help out. So I think that we should take positives from this. But please be aware that people are suffering as well, and be mindful of that. Help a friend out. If you see that they're not eating and you've got enough food, help them out. It's not a big deal. I feel like I feel like that I'm very lucky. I'm in a very lucky position, and I know a lot of people are not so lucky, but I think that we need to just be caring and don't be judgmental, don't be nasty, just help out, give advice when needed, help friends in need, and yeah, we'll get through this. I believe in you guys. I know it's hard to be positive when you've had such a shift, but just be aware that there are options out there and alternatives, and even revamping your diet. Like, if you look up, there's heaps of people, and I see a lot of millennials and Gen Z complaining about this, but you guys should be aware that, like, millennials definitely went through this before. We have this thing called the student diet. That it's sort of a word of mouth thing where we would get noodles to be a base and we chuck like veggies or eggs, or if we had meat, a little bit of meat, like we would just mix things up, stir fries, all of that kind of stuff, and it was working. We ate, we were satisfied to an extent. Like, obviously it would have been nicer to have a proper meal, but like, just so you know, food and stuff like that should not be controlling your life. But yeah, anyway, I hope that helps. But yeah, I just know that people are suffering right now. Just keep calm and stay from harm, you know? Okay, I love you guys. I hope you guys find this helpful, and I hope that you guys feel a bit better. But yeah, anyway, yeah,